spacewalk, spacewalk, spacesuit, spacesuit, colonization, colonization, endorse, endorse, celebrity, celebrity, primary, primary, general election, general election, walk out, walk out, carry out, carry out. A billionaire completed the first commercial spacewalk. Two private astronauts, including the billionaire Jared Isaacman, lifted themselves outside their spacecraft this morning to conduct the first ever commercial spacewalk, hundreds of miles above Earth's surface. The successful operation was a collaboration between Isaacman and Elon Musk's SpaceX. A key goal of the mission is the development of more advanced spacesuits for any attempt at off-world colonization by SpaceX. How much influence does Taylor Swift have? Taylor Swift is perhaps the biggest pop star in the world, and this week she endorsed Kamala Harris for president. Will that matter in November? Evidence is mixed on the effectiveness of celebrity endorsements. It appears that they're more important in primaries, when the candidates are similar, than in the general election. But it's also possible that Swift is different. She has an unusually broad fan base and could encourage some young people to vote rather than stay home. Boeing factory workers walked out of factories near Seattle at 3:01 a.m. Eastern Time after rejecting a deal offering 25% wage increases over 4 years. CEO Kelly Ortberg, who took over last month, warned workers a strike could disrupt the company's recovery. Starting next year, China will raise its retirement age for workers, which is now among the youngest in the world's major economies, in an effort to address its shrinking population and aging workforce. The policy change will be carried out over 15 years, with the retirement age for men raised to 63 years and for women to 55 or 58 years, depending on their jobs. Pager, pager, operative, operative, unprecedented, unprecedented, designate, designate, retaliate, retaliate. Pagers carried by thousands of Hezbollah operatives exploded at about the same time in what appeared to be an unprecedented attack. More than 2,700 people were injured and 8 killed across Lebanon, authorities said. Many of the pagers were from a recent shipment, people familiar with the matter said. The U.S. designated terrorist group and the Lebanese government blamed Israel for the attack, and both said civilians were killed. Hezbollah threatened to retaliate. The Israeli military declined to comment. Assassination, assassination, spot, spot, deliberation, deliberation, payroll, payroll, risk-taking, risk-taking, sustain, sustain. The suspected gunman, in an apparent assassination attempt on Donald Trump, hid near the former president's Florida golf course for roughly 12 hours, prosecutors said. At that point, a Secret Service agent spotted him and opened fire. Ryan Wesley Routh's cell phone records showed him nearby, suggesting some advanced planning, according to a court filing. He's charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and having a firearm with a wiped-out serial number. The Fed is set to cut interest rates tomorrow by a quarter or half percentage point. Data, including inflation, unemployment, and monthly payroll growth, go into the deliberations. The argument for a quarter point rests on considerations including that the economy is fundamentally fine and that cutting rates too fast could encourage risk-taking that sustains higher inflation.